are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Nice to have you back. So after reviewing your 3-day diet diary that you had completed for me, I went through it, just kind of picked it apart, saw anything that was going to be negatively impacting your oral health. I did find a couple things that I would like to suggest you to change. I was just wondering if you want to talk about that today, you're open to any suggestions from me?
For sure, I'm open to suggestions.
Perfect. So first I want to talk about your sweet score. So you got a score of 30. So usually you aim to have a score of like 10, 15 max. Because we're over 15, we're really in the watch out zone, which basically means you want to really think about what you're eating, think about the sweets and try to limit them. So what we found on your diet diary was the brownies and the juice were kind of the main two factors.
Okay.
Would you be open to ideas of how to like limit that or stop these?
Yeah, I think I'd be open to that.
Okay, so we're hoping to lower your sweet score to about 15, hopefully, and then go down to 10 after that. So to do this, you can lower the amount of the brownies that you're eating and try to go for water versus juice. Are you aware of the Canada's Food Guide?
No, not really.
So I have it here, and I'll let you take it home with you at the end.
Okay.
But essentially they're saying to make water your beverage of choice rather than juices or pop or coffee.
Okay.
Black coffee does have some benefits to it, but water is always a better choice. So when you can, reach for the bottle of water rather than a coffee. So that will help lower your sweet score if you switch to water versus the juice. And of course it's okay to enjoy your food, it's okay to eat that brownie, just try to limit to about 1 brownie every so often.
Okay.
I'm obviously not telling you to completely get rid of the brownies, but we do want to see that sweet score come down. Because your sweet score is so high in the foods you eat, you become at a risk for caries. So that is cavities or holes in your teeth. Those can cause serious health problems, especially in your mouth obviously, cost you money too. So we're trying to really do some nutritional counseling to benefit yourself all around.
Okay.
So other than the sweet score and limiting those sweets, as per the food guide, you're supposed to have 2 servings of fruit and vegetables, which you're pretty close with. You're about half a serving away from meeting that goal. So what are some ways that you think you could try to increase your intake of the fruits and vegetables?
I could add a fruit or a vegetable into my breakfast, maybe, like eating an apple or something.
Exactly, that'd be perfect. So essentially we want you to eat a fruit or vegetable with every meal as much as you can.
Okay.
You did pretty good. You'd have broccoli with some meals and you had some as a snack, which is great, but just try to incorporate it all the time. Just think of like a nice little side dish, a salad, things like that. You're choosing good proteins, but we want to choose more that are from plants versus just the meat proteins. So to do this, you could try nuts or beans if you're
I like those.
Okay, that would be great. So if you just add things like that into it, it's more plant-based, it's actually considered to be better for you as per the newer food guide is suggesting.
Awesome.
Again, like we said, the brownies, you're just going to eat less of those. We're not going to completely cut it out of you. And we're going to try and up your water intake, because right now you had 10 glasses over the 3 days. Now, the new Canada's Food Guide doesn't give an exact amount of water that they want you to have. The old one used to be about 8 glasses a day, so I'm assuming we're still aiming for somewhere around there would be great. But because you have so little, we're hoping to at least get like a bottle with every meal around that, so that's the equivalent to about 2 glasses.
I could do that.
So that would make a huge difference because water produces saliva, which the saliva helps to get rid of any plaque in your teeth, which again prevents the caries that you're at risk for, and lowers your chance of periodontal disease, which we discussed in your other appointment. We also want to talk about packing a lunch. You saw that you had very busy schedule, always going to school. Instead of opting for the fast things like Subway or Tim's, maybe you could pack a lunch from at home. If you're open, do you like cooking at all?
I actually really do like cooking.
So you could try doing like meal planning if you want. You could cook something the night before, pack it up, bring it with you to school. Just healthier options. It'll really benefit you in the long run. And of course, like I said, we don't want to cut out the brownies completely. We want you to enjoy your food. And do you have any like favorite fruits or vegetables at all?
I really like apples.
Okay, so then maybe pack an apple in your lunch every day. That will help get you to the proper serving of fruits and vegetables. It'll help you enjoy your food since you say you actually really like apples. And then that'll be awesome.
Okay.
And be mindful of eating habits. So this is suggesting things like, I noticed that you did have a lot of snacks really often. And as I mentioned when I was talking to you about caries in the last appointment, if you eat really periodically, then it gives more time for acid attacks to occur, like I mentioned. So just try to limit how far or how close together you're eating foods.
Okay.
Have a nice big breakfast and then wait and have a lunch. Don't have like a bunch of snacks in between if you can. And eating meals with others, you did a pretty good job with that as well. So after viewing the 3-day diet diary, sorry, we did notice some deficiencies. So like I said, the water, we're going to up that. But another big one that you were lacking at was phosphorus. So you're getting 3% of your daily intake. The purpose of phosphorus, like how it benefits you in your oral cavity, is it forms bone and it strengthens teeth. Oh. So you may notice with a deficiency of that, your teeth aren't going to be as strong. So you want to eat more foods like chicken, salmon, and even milk to help strengthen that. Okay. Those all contain some percentage of phosphorus, which would benefit you. Another thing that you were lacking was vitamin B3. So this is found in things like rice and eggs. You did have a bit of rice in the sushi you were eating, I noticed. But without vitamin B3, you're more likely to get bad breath or ulcers in the mouth. It also is beneficial to have vitamin B3 in your diet because it lowers your cholesterol. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Vitamin K was looking a little bit low as well. Without vitamin K, your process to heal actually slows down. Oh. How do you think this would negatively affect your mouth if you couldn't heal as fast?
Maybe with things like gingivitis.
Right, like I talked about before.
Yeah.
So if that can't heal as fast, it's more likely to progress to the next stage, which is periodontal disease, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
So you were eating broccoli, which is great. So maybe just eat a bit more. You had about like a cup, I believe it was.
Yeah.
So if you eat a little bit more of that, maybe once or twice a week instead of just once, then that would really improve that.
Yeah.
But overall, your intakes are looking great. Again, we'll go over a bit more of a food guide here. So just the cooking more often, we talked about packing a lunch, eating meals with others, you were doing really great with that. All your servings were met minus the water and the fruit vegetables, which you also talked about.
Yeah.
Did you have any more questions or ideas that you wanted to incorporate into your nutrition plan?
I don't think so. I think you covered everything.
Yeah, and you made some good goals and everything. The goal of to have 1 bottle with every meal, that's what you said. And you said you're going to try to include more apples too.
For sure.
Great. Well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.